Race leader Marcus Ambrose now pulls into pit lane for what will be his final stop. Remember, it is a dredgingly slow 30 miles an hour down pit lane, and Marcus has to go all the way to the Ward's pit out. Vince, you're there.
Well, of course, this is the final pit stop for Marcus Ambrose, filling it full of Sunoco fuel and changing the 4 Goodyear tires. Gary Cogswell on the crew chief talking on the radio, encouraging his crew guys to hit those lug nuts hard. And he was also pleading with Marcus Ambrose to make sure he didn't slide through the box when he came in. He hit his marks perfectly, getting last drop of the Sunoco, and away he goes in the 59.
But again, a little bit slower stop. It's awfully treacherous in pit lane. Here comes Scott Pruitt as he has pulled off from 4th position. And Mike, he's heading your way.
And expect the team to go to work immediately on that windshield wiper. Scott Pruitt cannot see at all. It's fogging up the windshield, and the blade not working whatsoever. And there they are, working on the windshield. They'll also take a full fuel load, but no tire change is expected on the 40 car.
And we can also tell you Joey Logano has pulled into pit lane as well, as he was in 5th spot. As there he comes, as and Pruitt losing a lot of time here, up to 21 seconds. In fact, Logano's stop is done, and this has just basically cost them any chance.
Yeah, this is really killing them right now. I mean, 30 seconds, 31. I mean, gosh, there's a lot of guys out there with no windshield wipers at all. I'm not for sure why he had to do this. Looks like more of a problem inside the car. 40-second pit stop. That's just, wow.
And there's the 99 of David Reutimann. Jack, what happened in his pit?
What they call a nominal stop, if you can call any pit stop in the pouring rain. They took on the full 18 gallons of Sunoco fuel. They packed it full, and that was it. He's off and away. Reutimann's back to rooting around.
All right, well, we've got 33 laps remaining. The rain continues to fall. There is Brad Coleman in the 27. They're still working on his windshield wiper as well, and they're having problems up on the left front, trying to get the body damage that they suffered away from the tire.
Yeah, they're trying to get some downforce back to this front end and get it away from that tire, that's for sure. But even though they're going slow and it's raining hard, they need all that grip they can. So if they can get that front end fixed up, get that balance on the left front pulled out, Randy, so they get that thing down on the ground, it's got to help the kid.
You've seen them working in the left rear. I'm sure they also pulled the rear sway bar.
And Jacques Villeneuve, who had assumed the race lead, has now making his pit stop here as we have 32 laps remaining. Oh, no, you aren't going to believe what I'm going to tell you, folks. Marcus Ambrose is getting a speeding ticket. He was too fast coming into pit lane. He's going to have to come back in. And 99, we're being told. David Reutimann.
You got to do a pass-through.
Unbelievable.
Here's Villeneuve's stop. Mike?
And he is one of the few guys electing to change 4 tires. You can understand why. The rain now falling much harder than it had been the last several minutes. It started to come down as a downpour. 4-tire change in fuel for Jacques Villeneuve. Still trying to give the hometown fans here the thrill they've been waiting for. He's been running awfully strong all afternoon. A little bit of a bobble getting off pit road, but they're finally away.
Yeah, 18 seconds compared to some of the 30s and 34s we've seen. That's lightning quick.
That is not a bad pit stop. These crew chiefs just can't get around the car fast because of no grip with their tennis shoes. And so that's a pretty good stop for him. You see Joey Logano coming out right behind him here.
So we'll have to wait to see how it all cycles through. But remember, we told you who would be the big beneficiary on this round of pit stops? Ron Fellows. Yes, he is your race leader right now. And Joey Logano wants a piece of the 32. All right, let's go back and show you what happened with Marcus Ambrose coming into pit lane.
Trying to slow it down. You can see he's got the tires locked up.
Rear tires completely stopped. I mean, that's...
He couldn't get it done.
Hey, a rule's a rule, but under those conditions, you'd think there'd be a little bit of a break, but
well,
understand it.
He is going to have to do a pass-through. There is Scott Wimmer right ahead of Scott Pruitt. Now, remember, they have both made their final pit stops. And right now, it is a battle for 15th and 16th on the racetrack. That's how much track position Pruitt has lost.
And guys, this is as hard as it's rained all day long. You see Stanton Barrett around. That's entering turn 14, actually. Come to the start-finish line.
He's got experience doing that. That's the second time.
And now we're being told the 59 was too fast both entering and exiting pit lane. So
they're backing up now to 1 minute 34 seconds. This is actually the slowest they've been all day long, guys, since when they started this race. So heavy rain out there at the moment.
And notice Joey Logano has gotten around Jacques Villeneuve. You talk about a confidence builder. He just passed an F1 champion. Take a look at this coming down pit lane as Ambrose is coming through for his pit lane violation. He's trying to get around the 52.
He's going to get another one if you don't be careful.
I'm wondering if he knows it's 30 miles an hour. I think they would remind him by now.
Well, it actually looked like the 52 car, Scott Gaylord, was barely moving there, guys, and Marcus is trying to get around him and just couldn't get it done. He's like, get out of the way.
Vince, what's going on in the pit?
Gary Cogswell, the crew chief on the 59. It looked as though Marcus was trying to slow down as he was coming on the pit lane. We saw the tires locking up. But was he? How far over was he? Did they say?
I don't know. The pit road speed limit, it's really a good rule. It's really good for all the crew members. It's just pretty frustrating to have ourselves in that position, and have that kind of penalty. Pretty adverse conditions, a lot going on. And, I wasn't running the stopwatch or the radar gun, so I can't say if he's speeding or not, but it's their call, so we're stuck with the penalty.
Gary Cogswell certainly taking the high road on that one, guys.
Yeah, he is. And another guy taking the high road is the number 5 car right there from JR Motorsports, Ron Fellows. Remember we told you that pit stop would have dividends if it stayed green? So far it is working. Fellows leads by 42 seconds as everybody else has pitted, but he is still out there running strong. But will he make it to the end? We think he's definitely going to have to stop again, even though it is raining and they're getting better fuel mileage.